I can hear the birds chirping.
Greetings.
Snakes lurking. I'm trying to fit like a piece of the puzzle, but all these rumors got me going in circles. I can hear the birds chirping. I can see the snakes lurking. I'm trying to fit like a piece of the puzzle, but all these rumors got me going in circles. It's time to get back at it again. Yeah, it's time to see who's really my friend. Yeah, you've been around, but you really ain't down. Yeah, you've been around, but you really a clown. It took a minute, but I'm about to set the record straight. I'm still getting money up and down the interstate. All the rumors that they said wasn't adding up. Now they looking for the guy. Keep on looking up. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's me once again. You know, Mr. Crossley, aka Zeus. I can hear the birds chirping. I can see the snakes lurking. I'm trying to fit like a piece of the puzzle, but all these rumors got me going in circles. I can hear the birds chirping. I can see the snakes lurking. I'm trying to fit like a piece of the puzzle, but all these rumors got me going in circles. $100 back and only stick to it.
Yes.
Everyone knows it's hard to do.
Greetings. How's everyone doing? Attacking raid. What is attacking raid?
How can they say these things about me?
Where's my hammer?
They ever thought about what they were saying, or maybe
cut it out.
Why they keep saying they playing? See, I can take a joke, but if it goes too far and everyone's laughing like you know who you are, that's when the comedy turns.
Hold on, Grady. What is attacking? What is going on?
All in my live, and then Greg says that you're on, and he goes, "Let's all go into your room and write attacking raid." So we ended my live to come to you.
Oh, have mercy.
That's because we love you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, okay. Well, thank you for at least updating me. Now we got to get this show started, brother Attacking.
All right. Well, drop me down. I'm gonna
all
go
right.
back in, and then
I love you as well.
All right,
ladies and gentlemen, let's get it going.
Yeah, it's me, Zeus.
Order. We love you too.
It really does, but it shouldn't. Yeah, if you not my dog.
Yeah.
If you not my dog, I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't play these games no more. What you looking at me for? I just want the money. I don't really like to play. Get this money every way. Gotta keep my mental clear. Yeah, you know I'm out of here. I don't really have a fear. Yeah, you keep on showing tears. I'm not with that back and forth. I'm the type to get to work. I'm the type to get it. I'm the type to give a deal. I'm the type to chase a bag. I'm the type to pop a tag.
The show must go on, ladies and gentlemen.
Fast cars, rapping like my bond bars. I do this all for my dogs. This is what it all costs.
When you gotta be the boss.
If you not my dog, I'm not have to.
What a Monday or what a
have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. If you not my dog, I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. This is what it be like when I'm stunting on my enemy. This is what it be like when I make them feel my energy. Sitting on these rats, okay? You know what this really means? This is what it's all about. I'm on top of
the internet. Is it lagging?
Play with me. This right here, no game to me. Toxic. No, that's not okay with me. Every day you say you're scared. Every day I'm looking brave. Every day you say you good. Every day I wish you would. This is what it be like when you really on a come up. This is what it be like when you really try to run up. Rookie of the year, better go and break the record. Rookie of the year, better go and get a checkup. If you not my dog, I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. If you not my dog, I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off.
Greetings. What's happening back behind me? What's happening here, ladies and gentlemen? What do we have?
reason you set up a structure like this.
Comer wire payments took place
It's a Hunter's personal professional company.
while Biden was vice president. You know what? You know what? I'm going to go ahead and hit mute on this, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what to say about Fox News yet because they cannot be trusted. And I still have not seen those docket numbers. But I will be tuning in and monitoring this situation later on today. Now, let's get into today's topics because we don't have much time, okay? We don't. We really don't have much time today. And there's a lot of news. There's a lot of news. So the very first thing that I wanted to discuss, what is it? All right, this is it. Here we go. How Republican women reacted to Donald J. Trump's civil case. He was found liable. Yeah. Trump supporters, where are you at? Because you know what the deal is. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are not familiar with my brand of content, I just wanted to let you know my name is Zeus, okay? God of sky and thunder. And yes, I am also Triple H. Why am I Triple H? Because I am honest. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the most honest person out here on TikTok and soon to be YouTube. Okay, I got a lot of people over there leaving me nasty comments on YouTube as if I'm new to this. No, I'm the most honest person, I would argue, on the internet, especially when it comes to all of this stuff going on in Trump world, in MAGA world. Next, humble. There's nobody more humble than me. Nope. Listen, if I get it wrong, I will be the first one to apologize. Listen, I'm sorry. I stepped on your toes. I'm so sorry. And last but not least, hello, April. Nice to see you. I am the most handsome. Listen, these folks are out here sending me DMs. They're trying to tell me I can't use Triple H anymore. Cease and desist. Because they see it. They are witnesses. Hello, Fired Up. And you know, Christina, nice to see you. And by the way, Christina, happy birthday. It's your birthday today, right? If so, you know what that means. That means I got to sing happy birthday to you, please. All right. So right now, Fox News is on there right now behind me, and I can just feel the misinformation, and I can feel the lies. They're on there. They're going to carve out all this time for Hunter Biden. So, I'm going to encourage you right after this live, everyone, especially my friends on the left, my Democrat friends, please go monitor the Fox News situation because we must make sure, especially out here on TikTok, that this does not become the talk of today on TikTok. The main thing we need to be talking about is the verdict that was reached yesterday where the jury out in New York found Donald J. Trump liable for SAing, sexual assault and defamation against E. Jean Carroll. Okay, and we have some remarks from women who are Trump supporters, because this is what I've been waiting for. I've been waiting to find women who support Donald Trump and actually hear what they have to say. And through some great reporting, I was able to find some. But before I lay into this, I must first read a speech that I queued up for Donald J. Trump, okay? Because somebody has to speak out about this. Hear ye! Hear ye! Order! My fellow Democrats, yes, Republicans and Trump supporters, I sit before you today on my throne of justice to express my deep concerns and condemnation of former President Donald Trump's behavior regarding allegations of sexual assault and defamation brought against him by E. Jean Carroll. These allegations made by Mrs. Carroll, a respected journalist and writer, were serious and disturbing. She accused Mr. Trump of sexually assaulting her while in a dressing room at a luxury department store in the mid-1990s. Shame! Shame on Donald Trump. Mr. Trump has continued to deny these allegations. He's going on Truth Social. He's out on the media platform recording himself, denying this stuff. And he calls Mrs. Carroll a liar and is claiming that he has never met her, despite photographic evidence to the contrary. I would like to point out that according to my sources, and you know I have the best sources, these allegations are not isolated incidences. No. Mr. Trump has been accused of this very kind of lewd conduct by numerous women over the years. And maybe there are men out there. And by the way, if there are men out there that, Trump has SA'd, you should come forth too. Because we are a country of law and order. Okay? And his own words and actions have shown a pattern of misogyny and disrespect towards women that is deeply troubling. Yeah, they don't like me because I tell the truth. Furthermore, Mr. Trump's response to these allegations has been nothing short of appalling. By calling Ms. Carroll a liar and attacking her character, he has not only shown a complete lack of empathy for her as a victim, but has also sent a dangerous, very dangerous message to other survivors of sexual assault that they will not be believed or taken seriously. Shame on you, Donald Trump. As citizens of this country, of these lovely United States, we must hold our leaders to a higher standard of behavior. Sexual assault and harassment have no place in our society. I know, they don't like me because I tell the truth. And those who commit such acts must be held accountable for their actions, regardless of their position or status. I know. I don't care if you're a politician. I don't care if you're great at business. Thank you, Yazzie. I don't care. This kind of conduct will not be tolerated. In conclusion, listen, I'm Triple H for a reason because I'm honest and I'm giving it to you straight. I want you to be successful. I don't want you to think you can get away with Donald Trump is getting away with, okay? And this is the message I had to bring to TikTok today, okay? In conclusion, I urge all of us to speak out against sexual assault and harassment and to support survivors in their journey towards healing and justice. We must also hold our leaders accountable for their actions and demand that they treat all individuals with respect and dignity. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Yeah, there you have it. That's my message to Donald Trump and the Trump supporters. In this kingdom, that kind of conduct will not be tolerated. And you can say unfortunately or fortunately, but I'm going to shut it down right when you start to try to ratchet it up. And I got a feature on this app called Block. I have no problem hitting that block button if you don't know how to control yourself. Listen, it's time to start acting and behaving like civilized adults out here, folks. And it's a shame. It's a shame Donald Trump couldn't get on. He couldn't use his platform and demonstrate that, hey, I made a mistake and I'm getting it right now. He could have done that with his platform. You still got to pay the cost. Hello, little Miss Perfect. Nice to see you. He still could have said, you know what? I made a mistake. Deal with the consequences and moved on. But he wants to double down, and he got a bunch of his supporters out here thinking it's okay. It's okay to do what Trump did because, after all, look at him. He became president. To the Trump supporters that think Donald Trump is a great example of leadership and he represents the United States, I'm going to say this. Shame. Thank you. Now let's hear from some of these Trump supporters, these Republican women. I hesitate to use the word Republican women because I'm being told that not all Republicans are Trump supporters. But for the sake of this live, this entertainment, I'm just gonna have to go with it. These are Republican women, and what are their names? Marge, Sherry, and Crystal. Let's see what Marge, Sherry, and Crystal, these are Trump supporters, okay? Let's see what they have to say about Donald J. Trump's conduct, okay? This is after the verdict, okay? This is after the verdict, okay? So we're going to start with Marge, okay? She said she would vote for Trump again if he becomes the Republican nominee, but she is worried that this verdict will make him vulnerable in the general election. She goes on to say, I do not believe this woman's claim. Thank you for the gifts and thank you for the follows. I do not believe this woman's claim that she was SA'd, raped by Donald Trump. If something that horrific happens to you, it would be a horror and you would never forget it. The exact date and occurrence would be seared into your mind. This is what they're saying. This is Marge, by the way. But I think this trial will affect his chances, not so much because the people that voted for him before, I think they'll continue voting for him. But it's the women that are on the fence about him. They'll walk away from this verdict thinking that he's guilty in their mind. Ladies and gentlemen, I worry that there will be people that won't vote for him because, they don't like his personality. I feel he is a compassionate person. This is what she's saying. I feel Donald Trump is a compassionate person. And he cares tremendously for the United States. They think he still cares for the United States. And if I had it my way, Trump would win 4 more years. And then Florida Governor Ron DeSantis would come in for 4 years or 8 years. You know what I'm going to say to you, Marge? Marge, cut it out. Marge, listen to me. Let me turn this nasty Fox News off behind me. I can't have too much misinformation floating around my airspace. But Marge, let me listen to you. Let me tell you something really quickly. It's not just women that aren't going to vote for Donald Trump because of this. Well, we already weren't going to vote for him. But newsflash, there's men out here that don't stand for this too, Marge. I need you to cut it out and stop trying to act like you didn't hear that Access Hollywood tape. Marge, stop acting like you didn't listen to Trump's own deposition. The man he pretty much admitted he did it. He said, this has been happening for celebrities, famous people, for millions of years. And then they asked him, well, are you a celebrity? Well, yeah. Guilty. Marge. Now let's move on. What does Sherry say, ladies and gentlemen? You cannot make this stuff up. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't make this stuff up. These people, they go out here and they do it to themselves. They do it to themselves. I promise you. Okay, let's see what Sherry has to say. All right. Let me see. Hold on. Don't get upset now. Hold on. I gotta cue it up just right. Okay, let's see. Kathleen. Let's talk about Kathleen, I guess. I don't know where Sherry's at. Kathleen is grateful for how Donald Trump pushed an anti-abortion agenda, but says many of her friends want to move on from the drama. Okay? I don't think many people are going to be put off because of this verdict, unfortunately. You see how they talk? Is it atrocious? Yes. Do I believe he probably did something like this? Yes. I mean, should anyone be president of the United States with this background? No. I don't think they should. This is what she says. Okay? But here it goes. If it comes down to Biden or Trump, I just don't think it's going to make much of a difference. People think it's right versus left. It's conservative versus liberals. Right before the election in 2016, he was saying he can grab women by the you-know-what. Basically, it's not like he hasn't said that stuff before, right? But these days are strange. It's a strange time, and it's embarrassing. Yeah, it is embarrassing, ladies and gentlemen, because this is the person you are setting yourselves up to be the front runner of the Republican Party. Okay, another lady goes on to say, the verdict today, Trump is denying that he even knows this woman. I did not believe that Donald Trump would ever, this is what she says, I do not believe Donald J. Trump would ever do anything like this, and I am 100% on his side. This accusation is only meant to hurt his character in his upcoming run for the 2024 election. This is serious. You know what, Crystal? Shame on you. Yeah. It is sad that people are still continuing to defend Donald J. Trump and really embrace that he's done this to multiple women, over 26 women. Okay, and they get out here, and the only thing they are concerned about is, guess what? Hunter Biden's laptop, President Joe Biden's financial dealings. When it comes to Donald J. Trump, they don't got nothing to say. You know what I'm going to say to you? Shame! Order in the court. So, as we continue to watch Donald Trump be held accountable, ladies and gentlemen, for his lies, misinformation, and dirty deeds, I just wanted to be very clear where we stand over here in Olympus. Sexual assault, sexual harassment will not be tolerated at all. No matter what position you occupy, okay? Everyone deserves to be treated with dignity and respect, period. Now, I was going to talk about President Biden exploring the 14th Amendment to defuse the debt ceiling. I was. But right before I got online, there was some breaking news that came out, and I think many of you are fully aware of it. But if you aren't, you know what it is. We're going to have to dive right on into it. George Santos has turned himself in. Remember, I've asked a lot of you, what does the Republican Party stand for? Crime. Yeah. Isn't it so funny? Isn't it so funny how a lot of this conduct is going on in the Republican Party? And to the people that continue to say, I'm not going to vote for the Democrats because I had a lot more money in my pocket when Trump was in office. So you got the money in your pocket, but look at all the people you voted for. They're criminals. I want to remind you, you're voting against your own best interest every time you say such ridiculous things. Please stop watching Fox News. Please stay out of these lives on TikTok with these fake TikTok hosts that are simply trying to scare you and take your money. All they care about is getting you in their live. They look at the number of people in the live and they go, what do I got to do to get them in here? And if they got to lie, cheat, and steal, they will do it, okay? So stay away from those folks, because if not, you will suffer the same fate as George Santos, okay? And we knew it was coming. We really did. And what exactly is he turning himself in for, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, many of you can go look at this. He's been under investigation for campaign finances and other things, violations and other things, okay? And so look at this, breaking news. George Santos, the Republican whose pivotal victory in New York was soon followed by revelations that he had falsified his biography on the campaign trail, surrendered to the authorities in the federal court in Long Island on Wednesday morning. Ladies and gentlemen, New York, the state of New York, I tell you, if you're gonna commit any crimes, don't do it. Stay out of New York, okay? Because they are hungry to catch criminals. And they always try to say Alvin Bragg, they try to say Alvin Bragg and the people in New York are soft on crime. Oh no. I don't think they're soft on crime at all, ladies and gentlemen. They are actually quite hard. Okay, like I said, listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you are a Trump supporter and you find this live to be very frustrating, I see the comments out there. They want to say that I'm lying and spreading misinformation. You know what? You know what you can do?
If you're not happy here,
Yeah.
then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned,
That's right.
if you hate our country,
That's right.
if you're not happy here, you can leave.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time,
Yeah.
very simply, you can leave. You
Yeah.
can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too.
Yeah.
But if you're not happy, you can leave.
That's one of the few things I agree with the former president about, okay? This live is to really help people see the light, okay? I know a lot of you out there have been in a dark place, okay? And what do you mean dark place? Like I said, you're going into these lives with these fake TikTok hosts. They just play videos all the time. Look at this, Hunter Biden. Look at this, James Comer. Look at this, Hunter Biden. And they try to scare you into being their friend. Listen, you don't have to do that. If someone really wants to be your friend, you don't got to do all those tricks. Just be yourself. Be honest. And like they say, if you build it, they will come. I'm telling you the truth because I have no reason to lie. Now let's get back onto what George Santos has going on. Ladies and gentlemen, he was charged with 7 counts of wire fraud. 3 counts of money laundering, okay? And this involved campaign finance funds and 2 counts of making materially false statements to the House of Representatives.
Fatality.
Yeah. This is law and order, right? The decision by federal prosecutors to take action against Mr. Santos marked a precipitous turn in the fortunes of a first-term congressman who went from a symbol of Republican resurgence to a scandal-plagued political punching bag.
Finish him.
Yeah. So, to my friends on the right, this is what I've been asking you over and over again. What exactly does the Republican Party stand for? So far, I've heard owning the libs. Okay, that's your thing. What else? Crime. Look at this. This is crime. You got the violence going on out in Texas, with people being enraged and taking up arms and going out causing harm to people. And now you got your front runner, Donald J. Trump, being found liable of sexual assault and amongst other things. What is the other thing? Sexual assault and defamation. All I can say is the trap you are trying to set for the Democrats, the people you think are the enemy, it seems to be you who continues to fall into that trap. I'm just being honest. Call it an echo chamber, call it whatever you want, folks. This is not an echo chamber. This is just some harsh realities that you need to accept, okay? That's what this is. If it was an echo chamber, trust me, you would see a lot more people coming in here and repeating the very words that I say. This is not an echo chamber, so cut it out. Now, moving it along, because I got to talk about one last thing. And ladies and gentlemen, there's 2 things. Thank you for those Zeus hands. There's 2 things that I love to talk about. One, Republicans behaving badly. And the other thing is, what happens to these people that support Donald J. Trump with unwavering loyalty. That's, especially those folks who've been, tied to those activities out there in Washington, D.C. on January 6th. So, with that being said, I have some more January 6th news.
Jack Smith is a Trump hater. His wife's a Trump hater. His family's a Trump hater.
Yeah!
They hate him with a passion. They'll do anything they can to hurt Trump.
Oh!
But he's a harasser and an abuser.
Order!
Jack Smith, he's a Trump hater. His wife's a Trump hater. His family's a Trump hater.
Hey!
They hate him with a passion.
They hate him with a passion!
To hurt Trump. And he's a harasser and an abuser.
Hey, I love that music. Okay, listen up, ladies and gentlemen. Now, while this doesn't directly tie to Jack Smith, it does tie to the work the DOJ is doing to hold those folks accountable for what they did on January 6th. Yes, Jack Smith, ladies and gentlemen, in case you don't know, as many of you know, he's investigating Donald J. Trump for a few things. One, what happened on January 6th, okay, and his involvement. And two, what happened with those classified documents. And now I think is a third one, the wire fraud that went along with his lies. So, as far as we're concerned, Jack Smith is an American hero, but the Donald Trump.
Jack Smith.
Yes.
He's a Trump hater. His wife's a Trump hater. His family's a Trump hater. They all hate Trump.
They hate him with a passion.
They'll do anything they can to hurt Trump.
Yeah.
But he's a harasser and an abuser.
Yeah, that Jack Smith, ladies and gentlemen. So we got some breaking news. Chicago area brothers, they changed their plea in January 6th United States Capitol riot charges. Yeah, this is what I love to talk about because a lot of the people out here, you know, for a second, I thought this was my good friend Snuggles, okay, for a split second. I thought this may be Snuggles, okay, because you know how much he loves Donald J. Trump. Oh, yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I know. But let's move it along. Here we go. There will be a change of plea. Yes, for Chicago area brothers charged with battering police in the January 6th riot. And this is what I say. I don't believe these people when they say, I back the blue, and the Democrats want to defund the police. Nope, I don't believe it. Good morning, Brother Swervin, because here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. Every time I turn on the news, I read the news, and I hear about police officers being attacked by political people, it's 99, actually 100% of the time, been Trump supporters. I have yet to hear about any Democratic Party member attacking police officers, but I have heard over and over Trump supporters attacking police officers. So I do not believe when they say they back the blue that is true. Nope. So these two brothers, 55 and 56 years old, okay, living in a suburban area, have planned guilty pleas deals with federal prosecutors in a couple of weeks. Yeah. And you know why they're pleading guilty now? Because they see exactly how the DOJ is getting those convictions. They're getting convictions left and right. And they're realizing there's nowhere else to run. The only place to go is through it. You got to deal with it. You broke the law. You did the crime. Do the time. No other way around it. And they're pleading. According to prosecutors, the Layden brothers, who were both electricians, are seen in video at the United States Capitol on January 6th in violent clashes with police officers. This is what they do. Both men are facing felony counts of interfering with law enforcement and civil disorder, along with 4 other misdemeanors. Daniel Layden works as an electrician for the Chicago Park District, and his brother Joseph, also an electrician by trade, lives in you know where. Yeah. This is why we have to always remind these folks who's really dealing with legal problems. That's what this is about, because they get out here and right now, in the middle of Donald Trump being found liable, I go to their lives and they don't want to talk about Donald Trump being found liable. They still want to talk about Hunter Biden, a private citizen. They still want to talk about President Biden as vice president. Newsflash, it's 2023, folks. about what's really happening now. By the time they're done, by the time these folks are done, they're going to go back and relitigate the entire Old Testament in the Bible. I went into one live. They were arguing about whether or not Adam was a transgender. Can you believe this stuff, folks? This is what they're worried about. Because they don't want to talk about Donald Trump. This is how bad it is. They want to sit up here and yell and scream about Adam being a transgender. Well, you know, God calls him to go into a deep sleep. And he took Eve and he took Eve. He took a rib out of Adam and made Eve. So that meant Adam was a transgender. That's what we need to talk about. I said, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now you're biblical scholars. Now you're TikTok lawyer. I mean, where you're doctors. When do you actually hit the brakes, folks, and say, I have no clue what I'm talking about? When do you do it? Because if we tell you you don't know what you're talking about, you won't believe us. But really, think about this to yourself. You don't have any degrees. You don't have any experience in any of these disciplines. But yet you get out here and you yell it at the top of your lungs. You're right. I'm right, Zeus. Listen to me. I know everything. I was there when God created the heavens and the earth, Zeus. To those people, I would say, cut it out. Please. Okay. So these two Trump brothers, these two Trump supporter brothers, ladies and gentlemen, they are going to be entering guilty pleas, okay? And I don't feel any remorse at all, okay? I don't. Their cases most likely will end, it appears, like most of these January 6 cases, with guilty pleas. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, you know what the drill is for all of these Trump supporters who have been getting found guilty. You know what we do? Get them out of here! All right. It's time to open up those boxes, ladies and gentlemen, and hear from all of you. We have an interesting news cycle today. Okay, we really do. But I want to hear from all of you before I get up out of here, because there's a lot going on. And it's important we address these lies and misinformation one day at a time. All right. We're going to start
I'm
with
the first one today.
our frequent guest.
Wow.
Our frequent guest who's addicted to these lives, Felix, but he's also a Republican. No, he's a Trump supporter, right? You're a Trump supporter,
No,
right?
I didn't say I was a Trump supporter, okay?
What
I
are
really
you?
don't care what happens to him anymore. I'm a clean Republican. That's all I care about.
What's the difference?
What do you mean, what's the difference?
What's the difference between a Trump supporter and a Republican, Felix?
Heaven, I'm up. Said, wake up, Gary. I'm up, okay? And guess what? Your Lakers and your Golden State are not going anywhere. Okay, go on.
Felix, cut it out.
No, I'm just telling Heaven. Go on.
Felix, what brings you into the kingdom this early? I don't want to hear nothing about those Lakers in the comment section. All forms of blasphemy and treason
No,
will
I
not
don't
be
like Lakers or
tolerated.
Golden State. Okay. What bring me in here early?
Yeah.
Saying that you know what happening tomorrow? Do you know what's happening tomorrow?
What?
Our country's going downhill.
What do you mean? Greetings, Brother Greg.
It's called Title 42.
Okay. So what?
And
So
people are just gonna they get pour in this country when they should be left in their country. Maybe this is our ancestors and stuff. Immigrants came from other countries. Our ancestors, our grandpas, great-grandpas, great-grandmas came from other countries. But let me tell you something, okay? They should stay in their country until they should have paperwork over there before they come in this country, because we don't need them pouring in and stuff without signing papers.
who told you that?
I told myself that.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. So you represent the Republicans?
Yeah, for that.
Can I ask you a question because you're talking about immigration? So are you suggesting that prior to Biden getting in office, the border was safe and secure?
No, they're gonna be pouring in right now.
So what
Tomorrow they're gonna be pouring in.
what do you want Biden and Kamala Harris to do?
Reggie, Jungle didn't tell me shit.
Felix!
Oh my God, I swore. Oh no.
Yeah! What did I tell you? I said no cursing in the lives.
Well, he antagonized me.
That Felix, what have I always taught you? You are in control of your own body and
That's right.
feelings and emotions.
That's right.
Now, why would you allow someone, why would you try to sit here and blame someone else for you behaving badly on TikTok? When are you going to take responsibility for your own behavior?
He's saying Snuggles this, Snuggles that. He's bringing up Snuggles, made me think about the border and this and that. Okay, I know what's happening. I see it for myself, okay?
Thank
And let
you.
me tell you something. I see these people get pulled in, okay? That's why they have to send
Felix, I'm going to stop you
down
right
there to the
there.
border.
Felix, can I stop you right there? There's a lot of people who don't agree with what you're saying.
Yeah,
and I'm one of them.
Some do, and some do.
No. If those people, who are those people that agree with you? Name one. Just name one.
Okay, let's see. Name one. I'm not gonna say Snuggles. I'm gonna say, let's say.
Felix, you just said Snuggles.
No, I'm not
over.
gonna say that.
I gotta
I'm
go,
not
Felix.
saying that.
Felix, I
I
gotta
was gonna
go.
think of a name. Hold on. Okay.
Felix.
Wait.
Felix, I gotta go.
Yeah. Kyle.
Who?
Kyle didn't agree with me. Kyle.
MAGA King?
Yep.
He's a Trump supporter.
He would agree with me.
But you said you're not a Trump supporter. You said you're a Republican. Name a Republican that agrees with you, Felix.
Okay.
Name one, just one, please.
Jen.
Okay, is Jen here?
No, she's not in here right now.
Jen's not real. All right, Felix. I gotta move on to our next guest.
Okay, wait. Maybe let's see. Mr. Nice Guy. Mr. Nice Guy. There you go.
Oh,
He's
Mr.
here.
Nice Guy is here. Wow.
Mhm.
Oh, well then we should definitely hear from Mr. Nice Guy because I would love to see if Mr. Nice Guy believes what you believe. So thank you, Felix. Now I got to bring up the next guest. I really do. Okay? Because it's very important we get to the bottom of these lies and misinformation. So ladies and gentlemen, I want you all to thank Brother Gary for his contribution. But unfortunately, Brother Gary is on the wrong side of history. Wow. Gary, shame on you. Mr. Nice Guy, are you a Republican or are you a Trump supporter? Please confirm, because this is of utmost importance in the kingdom. Okay, and Felix, you need to pick a side that you want to be on. Let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen, because obviously there's a lot going on in the kingdom. Yes, greetings, Brother Greg. How are you doing? Uh-oh. Brother Greg, your internet.
Sorry.
Where's that? Oh. Brother Greg.
I'm right here.
Oh, okay. I thought I lost you.
We're here.
All right.
Yeah, it's okay. I forgot I wasn't on Wi-Fi. So, Zeus, I want to address something right now. So, 90 years ago today, Joseph Goebbels was the propagandist for Mustache Man.
Oh yeah, I've heard that.
They banned thousands of books that they deemed un-German.
Oh.
And some of those books were, just about various topics. But one of the things that Germany was figuring out during that time was gender identity. They were actually figuring out care, uh, gender affirming care and things like that. And it set them back hundreds of years in Germany, or decades, not hundreds of years, but it set them back decades on their research.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is what it ultimately did for Germany. And when we look at what the Republican Party is doing right now, banning certain books, they're essentially doing the same thing, taking
Mm.
away that critical thought
Mm.
and those important
Mm.
you know things. But I just thought it was very interesting because
That's
it was
what they stand for.
May 10th, 1933 was actually the date
Mm.
that this occurred,
Shame
which
on the
is,
Republican Party.
yeah. And Joseph Goebbels was their like big propagandist. He was like their Tucker Carlson,
Oh.
and he was out there like saying things about um, how we need to get rid of these things because they're un-German and they're
Mm.
so it's just very interesting.
Mm.
Um, but I guess I would say this. I mean, we talked about this earlier. It seems like they're not sending their best to the Republican Party because George Santos, remember when Trump said, well, they're not sending their best. Well, it sounds like George Santos is actually not exactly the best
No.
because he's been charged with 13
Angela.
counts of, all kinds of
Mm.
different things.
Wow.
Um,
He has
and so it's like two peas in a pod,
mm.
they're all together.
all the criminals, all
Yeah.
the grifters in one party.
Yeah. And to
He,
Mr.
he
Nice
took the
Guy, he
campaign
wants,
money and was going shopping at the Louis store.
yeah, Mr. Nice Guy wants to debate April in her live, but if he would watch her lives, he knows that April doesn't debate. He can gladly come to my live though on my other
Yeah.
account, and
Where's
we
he
can
at?
have a
Is Mr. Nice
discussion.
Guy still in the comment section?
Yeah.
He's
But
always welcome in a Zeus live.
yeah, I
He
mean,
follows the rules. I
so
say come as you are. Because I know there's a lot of people who are on a dark, dark path and need to see the light.
yeah, it's a very scary,
You
it's a
blocked
very
him? Why
scary.
did you block him?
He got blocked, or maybe I don't think he's a moderator.
Oh
Oh,
my God, I blocked for wait a
oh,
second. Mm, mm. He said
oh,
something?
okay. I guess he said some things. Well, I guess it fell on deaf ears then because I was talking directly to him for his.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
listen. I gotta look into
interesting,
that. I gotta
interesting.
look into that. Mm.
So interesting. But yeah, no, but here's the thing. At the end of the day, like I saw Asia Hutchinson last night on CNN talking
Uh-huh.
to Aaron Burnett out front, and he was basically saying everything short of like this guy shouldn't be running.
Mm.
You know,
He
for
was.
Donald Trump shouldn't be uh, the front runner.
Mm.
And so, when you have and Romney also said that as well yesterday.
Mm.
So you have your typical, they call them rhinos, but they're out here in full force talking about it.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
But I'm gonna get back to the business of the bunker. I
Okay,
gotta
you're in the bunker
I
today.
gotta
Ladies and gentlemen,
yeah.
are you going live later tonight?
Yeah, I'll be going live on Greg Z House _2, which is my other account, and
Mm-hmm.
we'll be discussing the important issues. That'll probably be around 10 o'clock. So for
Oh,
everybody's 10:30, maybe 11 or something like that. I'm the late shift. That's
yes.
Eastern.
Yes. Well, ladies and gentlemen, follow Greg, okay? Because he does great lives as well, and he does an excellent job standing up to lies and misinformation. And again, special thanks, Brother Greg. I hear you did wonderful going into that live of beta males, okay?
Yeah,
I had
well,
some
I
feedback.
guess I'm not a beta male because I went into the live and I actually showed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we could, oh, Labrador, yes, we can call it a night owl live. That's right.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. All right. Well,
500K. Yeah. Heaven. Yes, that's right. That's right. So we had MOD saying
uh-uh.
that a half a million wasn't $500,000.
She said that.
Yeah, so that's great.
Wow.
Um, we're very excited about it, and she has me blocked now because she can't handle the
Who
truth.
does?
MOD.
Why would she do that? So,
Eh,
so are you saying that everyone's blocking each other out here?
yeah,
Interesting.
they don't wanna deal with the truth. So they want me to read bills, but the bills that they want me to read are written in a way that would essentially take their narrative and make it sound good. Of course,
Mm,
you could search in there and you won't find 22% cuts.
mm,
But we know it's going to be cut because they're taking it back to fiscal year 2022 and they're taking
mm,
4.5 million from discretionary spending.
mm. Tell
So
them.
if you can't figure that out for yourself
That's
and
right.
you need to say read a bill, then that's on you.
I don't read. We don't read bills for
We
you.
don't need to read bills that are
No.
written written in a way that is deceiving.
That's right, brother Greg. Tell them.
So
You
again,
do the research.
yeah. So
Okay.
again, y'all have a great day. Thanks for the gifts. I appreciate y'all. Um, Look, lady, I did think that gain of function meant sending money, but you know what? At the end of the day, we can talk about that. We can talk about the gain of function research. You know what it is? The reality of it is you guys were too worried about where it came from
Mm.
when it was here.
Oh.
And so
Oh.
you argued with each other while everybody was dying. So congratulations, you played yourself. And Brooke,
Oh.
the bill has everything to do with veterans. And you're being disingenuous by not saying that it does.
There
So
you go.
again, miss
Did
me. And
miss.
at least I can count to 1 million. And why don't you come into my live tonight to all the people, Brooke, Lady Maverick, why don't you all come in and talk? Greg Z House _2. You want to have a real discussion that's not
Uh-oh.
screaming over each other? We can do
Uh-oh.
that.
Uh-oh.
Meet me tonight.
Uh-oh. Do not show up.
That's
You
right.
know what that
Or
means.
you will
Default.
forever be a beta, right? All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
We'll see you.
Thank you, Brother Greg, for doing an upstanding job out here in Olympus. You have your invitation. And if you don't show up, you know what that means. Greg wins, hands down. You know what this means, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's move it along to the next guest. Greetings. Greetings. Let's keep it short and sweet. Let's go. Patrick, good morning. Greetings, Patrick. Patrick, I can't hear you.
My back. Um,
Three,
yeah.
2, 1. Patrick, you gotta go. Sorry, Zeus doesn't got all that extra time to waste. All right, let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. Who do I want to hear from next? Let's go. Good morning, Brother Myron. Right, yeah. Greetings.
let's
How are you doing?
let's grab him by the wallet.
No, okay. I'm glad you cleaned it up. Yes, we are. Where? What brings you to the kingdom this lovely morning, this lovely Wednesday morning?
Yes, sir. Well, I just got off a live, and they were talking about a conservative live, and they were talking about dissolving the government, dissolving the Department of Education, because they're teaching kids liberal ideas, and basically, it was an admission that they know they can't win in a major election. They know that they're
Mm-hmm.
on the losing end of things. And
Right.
they were also, some of them were also talking about civil war, and then some of them were like, well, divorce. That's what they
Were they
said,
were they
national
talking about
divorce.
Donald Trump at all and this E. Jean Carroll stuff?
Oh no, not at all, not one mention.
He
I kept
quiet as a church
trolling.
mouse.
I kept trolling. I was spamming. I was trolling stuff like, I put. Uh, I said Trump's criminal accomplishments are quite impressive.
Mm, yeah.
I kept putting stuff up like that, and they don't want to talk about it.
Sad. Why
Yeah,
don't they want to talk about? Why do you think they don't want to talk about Donald Trump's recent victory in the courtroom?
they know he's a loser. They know he's on the losing end of things. They know what's to come, and they know that it's going to stick.
Mm,
Okay. and they just know that they're going to lose. You know what I'm saying? And they're backed into a corner, which I've said this before. Unfortunately, some of us American citizens are going to bear the brunt of their ire, but
Oh,
they will lose. They can't defeat us. But the sad part about it is, folks, it's just sad, but some of us are going to get caught in the crossfire. And that's why we must defeat them, and we must continue doing what we're doing. Zeus, you're doing an excellent job.
thank you.
Continue doing what you're doing. I hear them, they talk about you in some of the lives, and they say, well, Myron is just like Zeus. He's just as worse as Zeus, because I go in there and I just, I don't hold back.
They say that?
Yeah,
What
they
about
say that.
to the people out there who find themselves to be very critical of what I say and do? Please answer one question. What have I done to you?
Told the truth, and the truth hurt them. And
I've woken you up. I've woken you up. You like being asleep. Cut it out.
You know what was a funny thing about the E. Jean Carroll thing? Well, not so funny, but it was kind of funny. When she said that she didn't know whether it was his finger or his mushroom.
Oh,
I was like, "Damn,
nasty.
woo!"
This is who they think should be in the White House again. Okay, and I've heard some news stories, disturbing stories from journalists who used to go to the White House while Trump was in office, and they said he was misogynistic to them. It was scary to be a woman and alone with Donald Trump anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah,
he is
he
not
he played
qualified.
himself. He admitted to it basically on that on the videotaped
On the
interview
deposition.
that they did. The
Yeah,
deposition.
yeah.
Yeah, and then he looked so doofy. When they asked him, "Oh, do you consider yourself a star?" And he was like, "Well, yeah, I guess." The doofus look on his face. He makes these doofus. He's a moron. The guy's an idiot. All the generals, they call him a moron. They said he was an idiot.
Myron, there's a lot of people who still believe Trump is a great guy, and they take offense to how you're describing him.
All they got to do is look at his facial expression. It's who he is in his inner soul,
Oh,
or his lack of a soul. That is. The man is literally the Antichrist. I mean, he doesn't like dogs, or is it the other way around that dogs don't like him?
dogs probably
Okay,
don't like him.
you
Definitely.
know
Listen, he got to tie a stake around his neck in order for the dogs to play with him. You know how this works.
exactly.
Yes. Mm.
I'm willing to bet that there's the mark of a beast underneath that hairdo of his.
Oh, MAGA fruit. You said you love Donald Trump. Would you let him kiss you, MAGA fruit? I'm looking for a woman out here that
Yeah.
would actually confirm they would let Donald Trump kiss them. And if you do say yes, I want to talk to you in the box, okay? Because I won't judge. I won't judge, but I got some questions. So MAGA fruit, please confirm whether or not you would let Trump put his crusty lips on you. All right, Myron, I gotta move it along.
All right, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Brother Myron. MAGA fruit, I'm still waiting. Any ladies out there would let Donald Trump put his lips on them? Please send Zeus a guest request so that we could, I want to. Oh, Conservative Lynn. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Conservative Lynn. Conservative Lynn, I do have a message for you. First of all, thank you so much for stopping by and saying hello to me, Triple H, because it's my honesty, it's my humbleness, and my handsomeness that helps keep things in order out here in the kingdom. I did receive your invite. I really did. And I wanted to be there. I was there in spirit. Okay. But I did hear through the grapevine that my good friend, Brother Greg, did an excellent job, along with others, representing the kingdom quite well. and it's my hope that you have found the truth and are here to join Olympus and turn away from those lies and misinformation that you've been found to be a part of. Is that why you are here? Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it a go. Now, I got a little time and I got to help try to get through all the people that are here. So I'm going to bring up Brother Swervin. Yes. And by the way, I did unblock Mr. Nice Guy, April, okay? I want him to hear the truth, but if you block him, just let me know, and then I'll go back and audit the list and see if they deserve to be permanently banned. But please continue. Good morning, Brother Swervin.
Good morning, my brother. How are things in the kingdom today?
They are doing just fine. I'm happier than ever, okay? We're getting a lot of progress when it comes to accountability on the Republican Party.
We're at it.
Right? Trump was, found liable. Today I wake up George Santos. He surrendered to the FBI.
Well, wait a minute. Let me set the record straight for you, okay? Because we got to set the record straight. Just because Trump was found liable, he's not guilty. That's not guilty. And
kingdom, you know how
George, I know, and you know I'm messing with you.
I know, but I like that you brought that angle, but I want to make sure I set the record straight. In this kingdom, ladies and gentlemen, Donald J. Trump is guilty until proven innocent. There's just too much evidence out there that I can't allow to be swept under the rug. The man he has a pattern of this kind of conduct. I read it in my speech, so he's guilty.
Well, all the conservative lives that I dropped into yesterday, that was the main talking point. He was only found liable. That doesn't mean he's guilty. And I'm just like, okay, so if by your logic, then with what just went down with George Soros or Santos, with Santos, he didn't surrender himself. He suspended himself. He wasn't arrested. He wasn't arrested. He was accosted. And he wasn't indicted. He had been indicated, which doesn't prove anything.
Well, when he tears off that $5 million, okay, you come tell me how he feels about doing that. Because listen, he gave, how much did he give Stormy Daniels? 130,000? Is that how much it was? Okay,
Yep.
He's giving this E. Jean Carroll 5 million smackaroos.
Yeah, and Zeus, what did I tell you before? He sure pays a lot of money to women he's never had anything to do with.
Oh, yeah. Nice try, Donnie, but it didn't work. Guilty. And I
Didn't
don't
come
care
through
if
this time.
it's civil. I don't care if it's civil or criminal. At the end of the day, it's more evidence of Trump's dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds.
Now, I don't know if you knew or not. I don't really know how long they're going to have George Santos in custody. But rumor mill has it he might be resigning from Congress and starting a movie career. He's going to be reprising a lot of old roles.
Oh, really?
You'll see things like, coming this summer, George Santos is the Terminator. And this time, it's personal.
Oh, no, George Santos.
I'll be back. But yeah, it's just 13. You know the one charge in there as I was reading these indictments. You know the one that ticked me off the most.
What is that?
The fact that he was getting paid some $20,000 in unemployment assistance from the state of New York while drawing a salary of like $170,000 or something like that.
Wow.
I mean, if that's just not the lowest kind of snake in the grass, taking money away from people who could have actually used it. I mean, if you ain't just the lowest SOB out there,
tell him.
I don't know who is. Oh, Donald Trump is. So yeah, you're right down there with him.
And I hope no one else is following George Santos' footsteps, who is following Donald J. Trump, okay? Because this is the outcome you will get. Listen up, conservative Lynn. This is the outcome you will get if you continue to endorse and embrace such criminals.
And Kevin McCarthy, he won't speak on it. He won't say anything. Kevin McCarthy is hoping that it'll all blow over and George Santos gets to stay in the Congress, right? And the only reason why is because their red wave never happened, and they have one of the slimmest majorities ever that the Republicans have ever had in the Congress. So if they lose Santos, they lose a vote.
Well, let's let them lose it because it's over. There was never a red wave. It wasn't an honest one. If you got Santos, you got a liar in there, and his contributions shouldn't count. After all of this, no way. And I would love to see some lives today, especially on the right, of the Republican Party saying, you know what? We got a bad apple in the bunch, and we need to get rid of George Santos. Any of you out there that are on the conservative side, please hold alive about George Santos. I don't want to hear about Hunter Biden anymore.
George Santos or Donald Trump been held liable for the E. Jean Carroll defamation sexual battery case. Right. Yeah, they won't talk about that. You know, when Fox News fired Tucker Carlson, 45 minutes in, whoever the reporter was on Fox News says this just in, or not Tucker Carlson, Dominion, when they had to pay Dominion $787.5 million.
Right.
40 minutes in, a Fox News reporter finally gets on TV and says this just in, Fox News has settled out of court with Dominion voting machines. Of course, right now we don't have a disclosed amount. We don't think they've released that. I'm like, dude, stick your head out of your office door. They know, but he wouldn't even. They wouldn't even report it. And to this day, I still don't think Fox News has reported it. And now they fired Tucker Carlson, but apparently Tucker Carlson is locked into some kind of contract until 2025. So he's still getting paid. Talking about he's going to have a show on Twitter. And Elon Musk tweeted out, yeah, you didn't run that by me, so guess what? They just come up with
it's whatever they can to get the grift going, right?
Yeah.
So if you're out there giving your money to Donald Trump and Tucker Carlson, don't get in here and start crying about the economy, because I don't know how you are able to afford to do it.
And it just makes no sense at all to me.
It really doesn't.
Zeus, do you know, Zeus, when Kanye West lost his contract with Adidas, they started a GoFundMe page for him?
Oh, they did?
Yeah. Yeah. And it actually got only about $50 in it before GoFundMe took it down. And I'm like, why are you sending money to some man who's got a few million in the bank?
Yeah.
But Donald Trump always, I'm not going to pay this $5 million. I still got to deal with Alvin Bragg.
Oh yeah. Speaking of that, since you brought up Donald Trump getting money from his supporters, there's some pictures that I want to share right there. Hey, that's hilarious.
What does that say? These people are what?
It says these are the people paying for his legal fees. These are the ones out there crying to Zeus.
Yeah.
They're crying to Zeus saying, hey, listen, the economy's so terrible. Look how we're living. Well, you're giving your money to Trump, and look at how he's living.
He living high on the hog. I guarantee you he's already started the grift to be able to pay that $5 million. And I would not at all be surprised if George Santos was on the phone with Trump going, hey, I know you got a lot of lawyers. Can I borrow one? Or can you teach me how to grift the people for one? And the first name he give him going to probably be Rudy Kaludi.
Oh!
I haven't seen Rudy in some time. The last time I saw him, he was shaving over a bowl of soup from Grand Central. That was the last time I remember seeing Rudy. Oh, no, wait. He was walking out of the courthouse in Georgia where he had to testify before the grand jury for the phone call Donald Trump made down there. Yeah, that was the last time I saw him.
It's over. And we see it right here, ladies and gentlemen. Now, listen up. I'm going to bring Poker Dad up real quick. He has to go. You can stay right there, Brother Swervin. I want to hear what he has to say. A real Republican.
Sure, no worries.
That I know knows how to obey the rules in the kingdom. Poker Dad, I just accepted your request. Nasty.
Yeah, Poker Dad is he's one of those Republicans out there that can see both sides for what they are, just like we can. When was it, Zeus? Monday or Tuesday morning, we spent a good half hour railing against Hunter Biden.
That's right. If Hunter is guilty, he's guilty.
If James Brown got to go, Hunter Biden got to go.
Exactly.
Greetings to democracy.
What's up, Polka Dad? How you doing, brother?
Yes!
I want to make sure that we keep it all 100 in here.
I leave that up to me, Poker Dad. What do you got?
Okay, because my hammer may not be as popular as yours, but it still slams just as strong.
Watch it. I don't need you
Okay,
in here.
that being said,
advertising.
I get a lot of grief out here on these TikTok streets talking about people getting messy.
Yes.
I want to
yes.
make sure that we understand that this is just an example of another. I'm afraid to call him a human being. Is just being messy out here on these streets.
Oh.
This is a great example. George Santos and Donald Trump both are just being completely sloppy and being a bad example of a man out here in America.
Really?
I'll tell you like this. I realize a lot of you folks in here in these political debates and conversations aren't necessarily sports fans. But I guarantee you these same folks that are saying it's okay for Trump and what he's doing, he's just liable, he's not guilty, are the same ones talking about Deshaun Watson should not be having a job in the NFL right now.
Oh!
I don't know who that is, but okay. I don't
Deshaun
watch
Watson.
sports.
What's that? Yeah, Deshaun Watson is the quarterback that was, that's being sued for all of these massage therapists saying that he was having them do things that were unscrupulous.
And what's his color? What color is he? What ethnicity is he? He's black.
Oh, he is just a bit darker than caramel.
Oh, so he's black.
That's correct, sir.
What you're saying to me is these same people that sit here and tell me that Trump is innocent. It wasn't grape, it was SA. They would sit here and condemn another brother for doing the exact same thing in the NFL.
That's exactly what they're doing. He may not have the same stance. He may have been, participating in other ways against the MAGA agenda. But the fact of the matter is, it's very similar in the charges to what Donald Trump was, found. We won't call him guilty, right? Because it's liable. What he was found liable for.
Right.
I think that's just a disgusting take and a bad example of an American.
Yeah, absolutely right.
So this is where it comes down to, we need to be the accountability party rather than anybody else.
Poker Dad, let me ask you this real quick, because you and I and Zeus, we all know how bad it can be out here on these TikTok streets. Do you think it's weird? I mean, I guess another bad example would be, they know Hunter Biden is guilty. They know Joe Biden is guilty, right? But when you bring up the 34 felony indictments, well, he's innocent until proven guilty. That would be another case of that bad example, right? Because Hunter and Joe ain't been hauled into a courtroom nowhere.
So, but this is what I will say. No matter what the facts of the matter are, right? Because perception can be a fact to a lot of people, right? People can take it as fact. They can, they can find truth in whatever they feel that they deem as truth.
I'm listening.
That being said, President Biden, in your words, Zeus, is not above reproach.
No one is.
Okay, I want to make sure that we're clear on this.
That's right.
And I want to make a point, because there will be a day that comes that there may be more investigations in place when the power has shifted. I'm not saying one way or another what's true and what's not true, but
that may be true. But what I'm saying is, isn't it just a little weird? With Donald Trump, he's got 34 felony indictments in New York pending trial. And they say, well, he's innocent until proven guilty, right? But with Joe Biden or Hunter Biden or any of the Bidens, not a single docket number for anything that they claim, but they already know he's guilty. Now, if something comes up, he ends up pinned down in a courtroom, he's going to have to answer for his crimes, just like everybody else.
Yeah,
But I just find it funny I'll go back to Hillary Clinton. 8 congressional Tea Party investigations, 2 FBI investigations, 13 hours worth of testimony, and they couldn't find anything to pin her down on and charge her with, right? So she went through the process, but they still know she's guilty. I just find that weird. And if they could have pinned Hillary Clinton down, I wouldn't have lost no sleep over it.
I wouldn't have either.
I'd have been like,
I appreciate that much, because that's the one example we can absolutely say that somehow she and Bill got away with it.
Oh, cut it out, Buckethead!
It's facts.
I mean, she was investigated by Tea Party Republicans.
Of law and order. If you go through the criminal justice system and you don't get convicted, it is what it is.
Well, nothing ever came to the criminal justice system about Hillary.
That's what I'm saying. What do you mean she got away with it?
First of all, I wasn't all just talking about Benghazi. I was referring to those real estate holdings that they had between her and her husband.
Did they find her guilty of anything?
There was definitely some questionable behavior going on, and obviously I can't speak on it firsthand.
Well,
just like I can't speak on Trump's real estate holdings issues.
Okay. I gotta listen. I love that you're honest, more so than most. But in this kingdom, we have to understand that if a person hasn't been found guilty, then they're innocent. Especially if they've been investigated and nothing came of it. It might look suspicious, and a lot of things look suspicious. You hear about these police officers all the time. They pull people over and they say, hey, he looks suspicious. But he wasn't doing anything.
Listen, and I'll tell you like this, and we've had these conversations offline. There are things that happen behind closed doors that should not be happening even when it comes to the Fed. Okay? And there's no way around it. These things do happen. Hillary and Bill, and I voted for Bill. He was the last Democrat I voted for because I had no clue. He was cool to me. He was playing the sax on Arsenio. He got a vote from me because of that.
We call him Slick Willie. We call him Slick Willie down in the old hood.
When I was a younger man, I wasn't hating on Clinton because of what he was doing. Now I'm realizing as a grown-ass man out here that he had no business doing what he was doing in the White House with his unscrupulous behavior with his, I did not have sexual relations with that woman nonsense.
Okay.
We could all agree with that.
I get that people are doing things that aren't in alignment with our core values, but this is a matter of utmost importance in the kingdom. If Hillary Clinton was not charged with anything, investigated, no trial, then we have to say, you know what? Because we're a nation of law and order, she's innocent. Right?
In technicality, yes.
Let's keep it, okay, well, in the world of technicality, let's keep it technical.
Zeus, let's keep it technical. Was OJ guilty?
Did they find him guilty?
He was found liable.
Well, there you go.
He was found liable in a civil trial.
Yeah.
Correct.
Thank you.
He got off in the court.
So he wasn't found guilty.
Do you think anywhere in your heart that he was not guilty?
This is not about my heart. This is about law and order.
Truth. We need the truth from your hammer, sir.
O.J. Simpson was not guilty according to the United States or Los Angeles County, wherever that courtroom was in California. He was found not guilty of the crime, the criminal trial.
Was Trump guilty or not? In your court?
Oh, in my court, absolutely.
Okay, but he was only found liable, right?
Liable of what?
Of his unscrupulous behavior.
Of sexual assault.
And here's my point. But you're going to sit here and say OJ was not guilty, but he was liable.
That's a completely different standard.
Okay, we'll go with that. I won't even put you on the spot for that question.
I'm not really sure what the point is. I mean, it was a civil Both of the cases were civil liability cases.
This is
Yeah,
sad.
and that's my point. I just want to make sure I'm in agreement that Trump is guilty and he got away with nonsense on the federal level, or excuse me, on the state level, technically in that one, right? He got away with it, right? He only had to pay. He was liable. In the same instance, there's things that happen out here that people get away with that have no business getting away with, including the Clintons. That's the only point I'm trying to make. It's on both sides. They're all bureaucrats. They all don't have our best interests at heart. We just need to get back to the basics and get people in office that actually care about fixing the problem.
Well, Poker Dad, I'm going to have to say this. I don't like the fact that you brought OJ into this. Okay? That was completely. You keep bringing football players into this stuff. The world of politics is very different. Okay? Now, we know what former President Trump has done, and it nowhere near compares to what OJ did. No, it just doesn't. You can't compare them. No more than you can compare Ashley Babbitt to George Floyd.
I'll give you that.
Okay?
I'll concede that it's not in the same league. But
Not
either way,
the same league at all.
Zeus, a sin is a sin, no matter what it is, my man.
Oh my goodness. Wow. I've never seen anything like this in my life, Poker Dad. Shame on you.
That's hilarious.
I appreciate the booze. It makes me feel good, all fluttery inside.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me feel like I have a place in this world. So I thank both of you. Thank you for allowing me my time on your platform, Zeus. Swerving, it's always good talking to you, my man.
Always a pleasure, Poker Dad. You be
Oh,
good.
ladies and gentlemen, Poker Dad.
Be safe out there. And keep holding it down on these mean TikTok streets.
You too, gentlemen.
All right. Brother Attacking, greetings. What an interesting conversation we're having.
I'd like to address some really idiotic, horrible, perverted comments in the chat. Benghazi. For you ignorant people who are commenting about Benghazi, 9 reports done by the Republicans said that Hillary Clinton had nothing to do with the Benghazi attack. The mother of Chris Stevens and the family said that Hillary Clinton had nothing to do with it. They don't hold her responsible. It's the Republican Party. But I want to know, do you know the other names besides Chris Stevens? And do you know the other names of the 384 other Americans and soldiers that were unalived at 23 other diplomatic facilities under Bush and Reagan with other secretaries of states? Do you know their names? Or are you just concerned about Hillary Clinton and you want to keep on blaming her?
They're saying she's corrupt, Attacking. You heard.
Of course they do. Oh, by the way, and for some of you women parents out here who hold Trump not accountable for SAing a woman, for you parents that have children, of course, parents being children of mother and father, for you to sacrifice your children, put them on an altar for Trump, not call him a pervert, you are a sick, deplorable person. And by the way, by me saying the word children or kids, that's not saying anybody's specific name. So when you say I'm attacking children, your child, I'm not attacking your child. I'm attacking a child, not your child specifically, due to the fact I'm not saying their name. So until I say somebody's name specifically, I'm just putting a comment of children out there.
Attacking. A lot of people are saying you're too harsh. They're saying we're too harsh.
Too bad.
Now, attacking.
By the way, hold on, Swerve. By the way, for you guys to keep on talking about Tara Reid, her attorneys dropped her because she kept on telling her changing her story. So here you want to talk about Tara Reid, but you have information from 26 women about Donald Trump's activities.
Yeah.
You have a confirmation in regards to this libel charge of Trump doing something with 2 other witnesses who said he did the same thing to them, but you want to ignore the facts of what he's done.
Now, Jay, I want to go back to Benghazi.
Yeah.
Wasn't it the Office of the Secretary of State at the time who requested additional security funding over there, and the Republican Congress said no?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to be clear about that.
And that was in the reports. The nine Republican ran reports. By the way, did you guys happen to see the video of Kevin McCarthy coming out and said, we put together a special Benghazi committee so we could take down Hillary Clinton, and look at her numbers now as she's running for the president of the United States.
Oh, boo!
Oh, and by the way, any of you people want to go one-on-one and meet with my live? Again, like I did with another person who's in here.
Keep it clean. Keep it clean.
One-on-one. I don't need anybody else because I can tear you up and down.
Oh, my God, brother. Oh,
like
my God.
shredded paper.
Okay. I gotta agree with Zeus. Let's bring it down a notch. Bring it down.
Yeah, we are upholding a higher standard in the kingdom. I get it. They want to lure
You guys are a lot better than I am. I like to get in the mud.
Yeah, I know. But listen, there's a lot of things going on in the kingdom right now, and this is all because their leader Trump is being found and exposed to be what he truly is, what we've all seen. And I've heard a lot of things today. Okay, we even went to OJ.
Yeah.
I never thought we would go to
It's kind of funny because of my earlier broadcast. We did the same thing, right, Swerve?
Yeah, we did.
Jesus Christ.
And Swerving, you ruined.
I'm going to just try to keep bringing up the guests before I get.
Swerving, you ruined it for me. Like when you talked about Santos right here, I was going to bring that up too because it has to do with welfare. How can a guy have a job and file for unemployment? And the people on the right bitch about people ripping off welfare.
Keep it clean, attacking.
I said rip it off. I didn't say anything bad.
You said the B word. I heard it, and I hear an echo.
Man.
There is an echo.
Who has the echo? Uh-oh, Raina, I think it's you.
It's her.
I dropped.
Yeah, it's her. Hey, Songbird. Hey, Songbird. Hey,
Good morning, family. Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, Jimmy's in the chat as strong DM. All right, DEM. He's a strong Democrat now. I'm impressed.
Hey, Zeus, I didn't know if you knew or not, but I was kind of writing your biography.
Oh, you have?
And I wanted to let you know that coming in the summer of 2025, George Santos is Zeus.
Oh,
and this time it's personal.
Oh!
You're funny. Oh, by the way, Mr. Nice Guy brags that he has 140 IQ.
Okay, let's keep it clean. Okay, attacking. I think I know where a lot of these.
It was IQ. It has to do with his brain.
Zeus,
how's that not clean, Zeus? I'm sorry.
I don't like talking about other people.
Okay. Hey, Zeus, I'm gonna drop myself down. Mama Jenny's nurse will be here in a few minutes, so I'm gonna get out of here, brother.
All right.
You keep holding it down in the kingdom.
Will do.
And keep holding it down out here on these mean, rough, and rugged TikTok streets.
And
I'll see you later.
All right, brother.
Bye, bro.
See you, sis. Y'all have a good day.
Love you, boyfriend.
Have a great day.
Y'all have fun and be safe out there.
All right, you too.
Until I mention anybody's names, quit whining about it.
Ignore it, attacking. Ignore it. Let's move on to Nutty Professor. Nutty
Professor.
Just
ignore it. Her friends are even saying that she's playing victim. So
yeah,
I'm not gonna say. I'm not even gonna address it because to me, when people get to acting like that, they're invisible. They're trying to get attention and seeking attention. So just let them stay invisible. I mean, let them do what they do.
Live your life and enjoy God's creation out here, like Zeus does.
That's right.
Try to do your best every day. That's all you can do.
They manifest things that aren't there, and they ignore things that aren't there.
Mm-hmm. The reason that listen, I'm a person. I sit back and I watch, and the reason they're upset is because their God is getting his just desserts. So that's what's going on, and they started to see the end. And my boy Jack is pulling me in left and right. And I'm gonna tell you that Jack Smith, that's my boy right there.
Hey,
Oh,
man.
by the way, let me address just two things in regards to Greg.
Oh, gosh. Yes.
Okay, Greg. When they were talking about two issues, one, the balloons over America under Trump.
Jack Smith.
I made a video. It's on my video that there were reports from the DOD that it did happen. And in the other conversation with Greg that they kept on talking him over, I made another video in regards to the money being taken away from veterans. I also found the report that the money is being reduced. These are the things that they don't want to do, is do the research. So Greg was correct. They kept on talking over him, saying it was fake. But I proved it was right.
We listen. Attacking all. Listen. When you stand on the truth, you don't have to argue it. Just keep letting it do what it does. Okay. We didn't have to go ask for that verdict, did we? With E.G. and Carroll, we didn't have to ask Alvin Bragg to do this.
Nope.
He went and did it on his own, ladies and gentlemen. And you know, that is why they're upset. But we are going to continue to be the voice crying out loud in the wind, telling them, repent, turn away from your obsession with Donald J. Trump, and listen to the voice of God and stop those lies and misinformation. We're going to keep telling you in hopes that maybe one day you will be baptized in this truth. All right? Now, Nutty Professor.
Yeah.
Yo, what's going on?
Hey, Nutty.
How's
How are
everybody
you,
today?
man?
Great,
They're going to
great.
throw everything
So,
at us. They're going to throw Hillary Clinton. They're going to throw Hunter Biden. They're going to do it all. They're going to accuse you. But count it all joy.
so today is a great day with the news. All right, it's a great day because this is what accountability tastes like,
Absolutely.
and
It tastes
it tastes
delicious.
pretty darn good.
It
It's
tastes like a
seasoned just
steak or
right.
something.
So just wait for the dessert. The dessert is when the indictments come down in Georgia and the federal indictments on Trump. That's going to be the dessert. And the cherry on top of the cake will be the convictions. That will be the cherry on top. So I wanted to say, so I don't think conservative Lynn is still in the box, but I know some of her minions and cronies are, like Janae and MAGA Fruit.
They're not here.
So
They're not here. They said that this live bores them.
well, I'm sure this will get. I'm sure this will get
Jimmy's
back.
here.
I'm sure
Snuggles is
this will
here.
get back to her. They argue. They
Snuggles.
argue.
Mhm.
They argued that Donald Trump did not get arrested because there was no mugshot. He got arrested. So therefore, with their logic, George Santos wasn't arrested today. When someone turns themselves in, that's arrested. Just because you didn't see them with a perp walk and handcuffs doesn't mean they weren't arrested. I need for these so-called educated smart people to be smart. Like with the simple stuff, like 500,000 is a half a million. I mean, that's simple stuff. Like, are we that mad that we can't agree that a half a million equates to 500,000? Are we
It
that
has to
mad?
do with mad. It has to do with stupid.
Clean attacking.
Well, Zeus, Zeus, he's telling the truth. Now, he said it in a different way than you would have said it.
Yes.
That, he said it in a different tone, but he's still telling the truth. And this is, according to you, this is the mountain of truth, right? So you got to.
But we are also people of high standard, and we must conduct ourselves at
I agree.
high level.
And I'm working on it. I'm working
Yes.
on it.
Zeus,
What you got to understand is they're looking for every opportunity to discredit you. And nothing gives them more ways to avoid the truth than to be able to point out things you've done that you could say are questionable in terms of your conduct and behavior. It's not right, but that's what the game is on the right. Okay? And I'm fully trained in this. That's why.
Zeus,
Why we tell the
at
truth.
some point, at some point, you have to stop taking. You have to stop taking little fists to a pew pew fight, and you got to meet their force with force.
Mm.
You got to meet their force with force.
Or,
That's why. That's why the
or you
Democrats
can
keep
let,
getting their butts kicked.
or you can let God do His work and get out of the way.
Remember what I told you yesterday? Remember what I told you yesterday? Faith
Dang.
without works is dead. So we got
Yeah,
work
but
to
see, the
do.
problem is a lot of people want to do what God should do because they think they got, and they need to get out of the way and let these people that God is using continue to do what God needs to do to get to Donald Trump's heart. Yes, we're going to get Trump to eventually accept the reality, but we got to get out of the way, Nutty Professor. We're not helping.
Hey, Zeus,
Yes.
I would like to bring forward that E.J. Carroll was brave. I mean, she was pretty heroic.
Yes. Yep.
We haven't talked about her. And the reason that he wasn't liable for grape was because she refused to go into those details. She was taking care of herself.
Mm.
And
I didn't think of it like that.
yeah, no, I read an article and she didn't want to go there. She just didn't want to go there. And so she got what she wanted. His mouth got him into this trouble. I mean, she wasn't out. This wasn't her plan all along.
Exactly.
But how brave of her. Because we all know she's going to be subjected to a ton of threats. And I hope anybody anywhere who's ever experienced any essay and remembers. We don't remember the dates. I personally cannot tell you the years and the dates that I was essayed. I can't tell you that. I can tell you it happened, and I can tell you I fought like hell, but I can't tell you the date and time. I can tell you where and who it was.
Yeah.
But I can't tell you where. And I don't want to sit there and think deeply on it. When was this? I mean, we have to live with it and get past it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, anybody who starts bashing this woman who's extremely brave, shame on you.
Shame on you.
I'm done for a minute.
Thank you, Bamba, for pointing that out.
And since Snugs, and thank you for doing that, Bamba, and since Snugs is in the chat, last night he was holding a live and he was just crying about the millions of people that are going to cross our borders. He was crying. He was crying. He was so sad. So I wanted to inform Jimmy which is AKA Snuggles, AKA Strong Dim 23 in the chat, that the enhancement of the border security immigration enforcement by the Biden administration. The budget includes nearly $25 billion for U.S. Customs and Border Protections that we'll be enforcing. It's an increase of over $800 million over the 2023 enacted level when controlling the border management amounts. The budget includes funds for CBP to hire additional 350 Border Patrol agents, $535 million for border security technology and at ports of entry, and nearly $40 million to combat the fentanyl trafficking and disruption of transnational criminal organizations, and funds to hire an additional 460 processing assistants at the Border Patrol and ICE. So I could go on and on and on, but I don't want to take over. But Snuggles, all you have to really do is do the research. There's lots of articles that have come out about what is going to go down after Thursday. Biden administration is going back to the original Trump policies. Number 42 is ending, and they will only allow 30,000 from specific southern countries of our border a year to process for amnesty, and it's going to be very strict. He is also working with the president of Mexico to tighten issues. They must ask for asylum in Mexico before crossing the border. If they are found crossing through the United States over a third of the country before going to a legal port of entry, they will be denied asylum. There's more and more and more, sir. So stop crying, Jimmy. Biden is a enforcer. Oh, it's too
It,
Yeah!
it's the level, man.
Trump!
Woo! What you gonna do with them facts? What you gonna do with
right.
them facts?
Oh, 3 years later. Oh, stop. You just won't stop crying. You just want to cry, man. You
Yeah.
just want to cry and complain.
Yeah. By the
Yeah.
way, comments about the money given to E.G. and Carol. They did not ask for a dollar amount.
Oh.
The jury is the one who allocated it. They could have said $1, and that's what it would have been.
Thank you for reminding us
Attacking. That's
that.
my point because
That was
I
excellent.
keep
Thank
saying,
you.
even if the jury would have awarded $1,
Right.
the main point of this is defamation is hard to prove, and the fact that she won a defamation case,
Right.
that is huge in it of itself.
That is.
She proved her case and she won in a court of law. And one more thing I want to add, because people keep saying he couldn't get a fair jury in New York. Only 2 of the jurors of the 9 jurors were from New York City. Only 2. They got the rest of the jurors from upstate New York.
Oh!
Well,
And some
also
of them were
Very
Trump
Republican, by
supporters.
the way.
also
Upstate is
understand
very red.
there two of them or a couple of them were Trump supporters.
Yeah.
Yes. They got them from upstate New York.
Wait,
And
wait,
they
wait,
had to,
wait.
Men, as
and
a matter of fact,
they all had to
They were
agree.
men
They
Trump
Wait a
all
supporters.
had
minute.
to
Wait a
agree.
minute. Stop the press. Hold the phone. Did y'all say they was Trump supporters?
Two of them.
Yes.
Yes.
Two of them.
Yeah.
2 of them.
Surely,
males.
surely
Two
not.
men.
Surely not. His own people said he was guilty of something.
Two,
I know
and
that.
they
I
were
know
men,
y'all
and they
lying. I
were
know that ain't the
men,
truth.
and they were men.
Men. What
Yes.
was they? Was they? What were they? Enveloping men?
I don't know.
Real men.
Yes, they were.
Real men.
But
I
Yes, they
mean,
were.
but I
what really
They
gets
didn't
me,
have any people of color on this jury.
They had
I,
there was no pigmentation on that jury, huh?
wow.
No.
And they said he was guilty.
there you
They
go,
said
I
he
Sniper.
do
owed her
want to
money for what
address.
he did with the mushroom.
I do want
I
to
hope
The
address.
they come out
mushroom.
and talk. I
I
hope
do
they
want to
come out
address.
and talk.
I do want to address one comment. Okay. To a certain person.
I normally don't bring this many people in the box, but I got short amount of time, and I got.
But I have never said anybody's name. So a certain parent in here, for you to say keep your kids out of my mouth, by me saying children, I am not mentioning a child's name. I don't know your child's name. I'm saying child. I'm saying that you're a horrible parent that did put Trump over your kids when I made you an offer of, if you say Trump is a pervert right now, I will never say child. And you said no.
Okay,
You said no.
attacking. I don't want to go there. I really don't.
I know.
Sorry.
Ignore it.
Just let it go. I know.
Ignore
Listen,
it.
listen.
The only thing I want to talk
like
about
Rebel
is
We
this
all know
guy
what you're
right
saying.
here
I
with
like
those
Rebel
hands on his back, behind his back, getting ready to be
I can
cuffed.
swallow.
Yeah, I can't wait for Jack Smith. I
Listen.
can't wait. Jack.
Agent, Agent. I'm gonna start calling him Agent Jack Smith because he on a mission, baby. He on a
Yeah.
mission,
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he calling them in, baby. He calling them in. And when I'm listening, one shoe has already dropped,
Yeah.
and when that other one drop, I'm gonna be right there with some popcorn and some soda, and I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna watch it come in. I'm gonna watch that wave of justice
You know
come
Wouldn't it
what?
be
all the way in,
amazing?
I
baby.
like him in the beard. I don't like him. I don't like him clean shaven. He looks
Well,
more
listen.
authoritative. He looks
Should
more
we do it?
authoritative.
Should
Huh?
we do it?
Yes, let's do it.
Wouldn't it be cool if it leads up with Trump and
Jack
then goes?
Smith. He's a Trump hater. His wife's a
Trump
Trump
hater.
hater.
Yeah,
Everybody's a Trump hater.
yeah.
He's a harasser.
They hate
He's a
him for
Putin hater too.
anything they can.
Yeah.
Trump. But he's a
Yes.
My ultimate fantasy would be he finishes with Trump and then goes over to The Hague and
Trump hater.
prosecutes.
His wife's a Trump hater. His
Right?
family's a Trump hater. They all hate Trump. They hate him with a passion. They'll do anything they can.
Woo!
This guy. This is a great list, man. I love this.
You gotta know, play Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
I love it. What is that?
He's a harasser.
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
All right.
Dun, 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 dun.
Listen, I'm just
Hey,
waiting. I'm waiting
Donald.
on Georgia. I'm
Yeah.
waiting on Georgia to show up with them papers too. Baby, when them papers come in,
All I
when
need
them
is to
papers,
lose
I'm
it for
listening.
fine.
That's what I'm
So
waiting on.
funny.
You know
So
what?
I'm
funny.
waiting on the papers to come in. And when the final judgment, when the gavel comes down.
Mm.
You're looking at future congressmen. You're looking at future high-ranking government
Oh.
officials. Yeah.
Who?
Yep. I'm telling you what, these prosecutors, they're going to turn around and they're going to go up, up, up.
Mm-hmm.
And
But you know what? Let me tell you
I'm
what
going to
song I
feel
want to
so
hear. I'm gonna play
safe.
it
Oh.
Yeah.
after they finish.
Yep.
With George Santos. You know what song I'm gonna play?
What?
You
Mm.
know, it was a real hit on TikTok a couple of years ago.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
You know what song that is,
The
Zeus?
Macarena?
No, not the Macarena. When he resigned, when George Santos resigned, I'm gonna be playing. You about to lose your
Your
job.
job.
Hey, you
Oh.
Oh,
about
you're
to
about to
lose
Yeah.
your
lose
job.
your job.
That's what I'm gonna be playing, Zeus. You gonna lose your job, baby. You finna lose your job.
Oh, I need to do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
George
you need to do
Santos.
that.
Oop, there it is. Oop,
You
there
need
it
to do
There
that.
is.
it is.
Woo-hoo.
Let me see if I can cue that up before we get out of here.
Yeah, because he about to lose his job behind this one, baby. He
Oh, yeah.
finna
He's
go
got
out. He is
13.
about to leave the Congress, honey. You about to go. You got to go.
Yeah.
You about to leave the house because you done did all that dirt. And now that dirt done caught up to you.
Yeah, but you
Mm-hmm.
know what? I have
13
to remember.
charges.
Think of all the diversity he brought. He brought so much diversity to the Republican Party. They had a
Mm.
drag, they had somebody in drag, they had someone gay, they had puppy lovers, animal rights. I mean, he was
Well,
he was
but
all
he
those
was
things.
doing so much dirt. He fit right in with the Republican Party. But
Right. But
I ain't
he
gonna
was
say nothing
their
about that.
token diversity. Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
Mm.
Here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. I think we got something over here for George Santos.
Yeah. 13 charges.
As Elvis Presley would say, gonna throw a party in the county jail.
Get this thing. You about to lose your job because you are detaining me for nothing. You about to lose your job.
Job, eh?
You about to lose your job.
Yes, yes. You about to lose your job. Yeah.
Uh-oh! Hey!
You about to lose your job because you are detaining me for nothing.
Hey! Hey!
Hey, 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 hey.
Hey! Get it! Get it!
Are y'all watching the CNN debate tonight or the town
Oh
hall
yeah.
tonight with Trump?
I'm
Oh
still sitting up
yes.
here dancing. Y'all are,
Yeah.
I will be checking it out and watching it.
yeah.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it
I
is time
half
for
expect
Zeus.
him to cancel that tonight. I don't know about you guys.
Did
Well,
you guys see
If he
Rona
had
last
any
night?
sense, he would. But you know how that go.
He's
Yeah,
got
we
free
know he don't have
TV.
sense.
He's gonna show. He's gonna show, and he's gonna lie about what happened about E.G. and Carol.
that's all he can do.
Yeah.
And the Republican Party had Rona. She said, "Well, we have to wait to see what he has to say."
Mm.
When they were asking her about his being found liable, she wouldn't comment. Well, we're going to wait and talk to President Trump. Yeah,
Horrible people
Well,
can't call out people for what they do
I
criminally.
know.
My
That's
God.
what I'm saying.
they
Let's
really
God,
see.
if Biden was caught with this, we'd be like kicking him to the curb. We'd be
My
like,
Yeah.
God.
out,
absolutely.
steal
Look at
man,
Al
out.
Franken. He's a foot and a half away from a woman with his hands over, like he's grabbed her. A foot and a half away from a picture.
You know what else we haven't said? Somebody just reminded me because of this EJ Carroll case, all those 20-something women.
Oh, they're in line next.
Yes, they have a possibility of actually doing the exact same thing. If
Oh, they need
not,
to drain his bank account. They need to drain it.
actually, they're saying that because there's no statute of limitation in New York now, that they can possibly bring it as criminal.
Oh.
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 Well, yeah,
Oh,
but
wait a
well,
minute.
the
Okay, let's
case has to
dance. Come on,
the
put the music on. Put the music on. Let's
the
dance to
filing
that.
has to be in, but the filing has to be in the state that the act happened.
Well,
Okay.
you know, he did most of his. I bet you it's New
He
York.
lived in New York.
Get
I
him!
bet you it's New York.
Get him! Get him
Possibly.
Yeah.
out of here! He'll never set foot in the White House. There will never be a red wave, ladies
Well,
and gentlemen.
the one woman that's on tape where he paid her 150,000 to her husband's business or whatever. That was at Mar-a-Lago.
But
But I think the racetrack
so
was in New York.
basically we need to find out where all the rest of them was. I bet you most of them is in New York.
There
I
was
bet you it
one in the
is.
racetrack in New York.
Mm-hmm.
A racetrack in New York?
Yeah, she was standing at a bar behind the seats,
Yeah.
and he got up and he did his thing, his MO, and she told her husband or boyfriend, and he said he told her to keep it quiet because it was Donald Trump.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yep.
Shame!
You know, you got to imagine how scared E.J. Carroll was at that time, who Donald Trump was.
Oh,
right?
of course, yes.
Yeah, this wasn't. Yeah, now that he's an old fat man, it's not so scary.
And I'm still waiting to find that one woman who told me they love Donald Trump to come up here and tell me what she's attracted to about
Ugh.
his crusty lips.
She like fungus.
Oh Lord!
Ooh.
She like fungus. That's what that is. Fungus. Mushrooms and all fungus. She like fungus.
Yeah. But so now he has an MO, a modus operandi. It's actually, yeah, 3 people, their cases were so similar that he now has an MO. Yep.
You know what? It would be nice if he had to file as an offender. You know what? That's what they should do. They should make him file as an offender.
It pretty much is already there.
He needs to have. That's what they need to do. Everywhere he goes, he should have to file as an offender.
Yeah, it has to be a criminal.
That's what they need to do. Every state he go to, wait a minute, come by the police station so we can file you as an offender. Every time he goes somewhere and do a rally, he should have to go to the police station and file as an offender.
Why doesn't
That's what they
he have
should do.
a piece of jewelry on his ankle? I want to know why he doesn't have a piece of jewelry on his
He
ankle.
needs to be tracked, honey. We need to keep up with where he's going and who he's seeing.
And then it'd be national. We can look at all the beeps on a map.
Because he's we can't do that because he's not a criminal for real yet.
But he's out on bail, right?
He's really a criminal in this kingdom.
Well,
he a criminal here. I don't know about nowhere else, but he's definitely a criminal here. I don't care what else they say.
Once you're indicted, they can tell you have to stay home or you have to stay in the state, right?
No.
Does he get a record behind this?
It depends.
He
It depends on the situation.
Oh. Yes. Now, all right, I do gotta run, ladies and gentlemen. But it was a
all
great
right, Zeus.
conversation.
Right.
I might have to go into the closet of truth and take on all of these lies and misinformation later today because I can already sense there's something in the air right now that just isn't quite right.
Quite there, yeah. But let's all remember to support E.J. Carroll, please. When we see this crap today, let's stand up for her.
Absolutely.
Zeus, since Hera, I ain't heard you say anything about Hera here lately. So since she can't be here, you let us know where you need us to show up at. You know how we do.
All right, I appreciate that unwavering support, Wakanda, as always. Thank you.
Yes, and I will say this. Anybody that still says they would support Trump after this, stop saying you support women's rights and stop going after trans men because you think that they're, or trans women because you think that they are taking away women's rights. That's BS. You don't support women's rights if you still support Donald Trump, period. End of story. So
exactly.
I'll end with that. Love you, Zeus.
Love you too.
You later.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Shay, and thank you to all the panelists. And I'm going to address that remark about the border crisis that's happening, where President and Kamala Harris are doing an excellent job addressing it. God bless President Joe Biden for doing all he can to protect these lovely United States. I know there are still people out here who are upset that Biden won the 2020 election. I know they're upset, but you know what? Deal with it because it's reality. And you also need to deal with another thing that's also reality, and that's Donald J. Trump is now liable for sexual assault and defamation. And this is also tied to a lot of other complaints several other women have made against him. You're supporting a misogynist pig, a sexual assaulter, an abusive individual. Okay, and if you still get up here and support him, it only tells us what's really in your heart. I don't want to hear that you're a Christian. I don't want to hear it, okay? Because if you know what's in that good book, you know who persecuted Jesus, okay? It was the so-called Christians too. And I want to also give a special shout out to our good friend Jack Smith, because guess what?
Jack Smith is a Trump hater.
Yes.
His wife's a Trump hater. His family is a Trump hater. They all hate Trump. They hate him with a passion. They'll do anything they can to hurt Trump.
Yes.
But he's a harasser and an abuser.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Jack Smith, as you know it, is Trump's personal harasser and abuser. But he will also be holding Trump accountable for his dirty and disgusting deeds. Now, I see James Comer and some of these folks on the right got on Fox News today and had the audacity to try to say, we got some dirt on Joe Biden, as if that's going to change anything. The real dirt you should be focused on is the dirt of Donald J. Trump. You want to look for a laptop? Tell us about his laptop that he had at Mar-a-Lago, where he had an aide uploading classified documents. Tell us why his own vice president went in there and testified against him. You know, Mike Pence. Tell us why. Tell us why there were his supporters out there shouting, hang Mike Pence. On January 6th, over 1,000 people have been convicted and more will be. We got seditious conspiracy convictions for the Proud Boys, the Oath Keepers. And yet you spend all your time worried about Hunter Biden. Shame on you. That's right. We'll continue to watch the Republican Party crumble on itself. We Democrats don't have to do anything. It's very clear who's responsible for what's going on. And it's the members of your own party. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here.
Who's always the most handsome in the kingdom?
And I really am the handsome one.
Sound I made me.
This is how I move when I'm Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my move when I'm moving like Zeus.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you, Still Rise. Thank you, Reggie.
Like Zeus. I make my own rules. I'm the
And that's what you said. Thank you. Heidi. Thank you. Christina. All right, I got you. Happy birthday if I don't get to say it.
Money on my mind. I can't leave it up to you. I can't hang around with you. You fall in you a high risk. It's all in the mix. I put a bounty on your head. This is way above the feds. When you playing with the gods and you playing with the dead.
Let's go,
Yeah, grab your boots. Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth. Player hating on the gods, boy, he's such a douche. I tried to be patient, but you had to light my fuse. I'm fucking on snakes like a mongoose. These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. So be playing with my move when I'm moving like Zeus.
Yes, thank you. It's on Spotify.
I'm in the sky like you up like Zeus.
Check the link in the bio.
Rules. I'm a god, call me Zeus. I'm higher than Hades and I'm burning down the roof. You say you want it fast, well, I'm living proof. I've been waiting for this moment now. I gotta choose. If you play around with love, then you're guaranteed to lose. I didn't make a game of rules, so don't play me like a fool. If you can't swim, don't be in the pool. Even though I'm hot, people telling me be cool. I'm just sitting on my throne while you looking like a goof. Trying to let loose with the truth. Yeah, grab your boots. Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth. Player hating on the gods, boy, you such a douche. Tried to be patient, but you had to light my fuse. Catching on
Oh, they're
snakes,
pulling out all
like
the
a
tricks
mama
right
goose.
now.
These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move when I'm looking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my mood when I'm breathing like Zeus.
Grab him by the wallet.
Till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky like you up like Zeus. I make my own rules, I'm a god, call me Zeus.
Yeah, you know about me.
I like to get wild and loose.
I don't want to hear about the Warriors and the Lakers. Cut it out.
Break it down. This heat.
Jewel, nice
Now
to
I'm
see
on
you.
the beat, kicking hard like Bruce. Orange Reed on the beat. Better call the truth, ladies and gentlemen. I can dance and box in the jungle like a kangaroo. Don't get caught for the woods or you'll be dead like a
Lindsay on the beat like Zeus. Pizza Love on the beat like Zeus. RNC on the beat. Yeah, you heard about me.
Take care, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you next time. I will.
Yeah, ladies. It's me.
Yes, Cat.
It's Zeus.
Thank you for the blue wave. Karma heard you. Thank you.
child lady.
Yes, thank you.
My charm will wake your pennies. If you stand up too close.
Mama,
I'll
same
make you
floor.
come over bed.
Nice to see you.
That's
To the Laker fans, I have terrible news for you. Okay, today is just not going to be your day. Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors are scheduled to get another victory, and that's the facts. I'm so sorry. Listen, I'm the most honest person in the kingdom for a reason. Okay, now you take care, and I will see you later. No.